we. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Brother Garrett plays that guitar. Assalamu alaikum, everybody. Welcome, welcome, welcome to yet another edition of Nothing But the Truth with
Brother Jamil.
and Sister Tisha. We are glad to have you with us tonight. We've got a very, very special program, as we always do, but tonight's no exception. We're going to present our guest to you in just a moment. As everybody comes in the room, you know how to do it. We see there's our brother James in Dallas checking in. Wa alaikum salam to you, my dear brother. As you come on in the room, make sure that you follow the directions that Sister Tisha is going to give to you right now.
All right. Assalamu alaikum, family. Welcome to another exciting episode of Nothing But the Truth with Brother Jamil and Sister Tisha. We are so thankful that you took the time to join us. You are in store for a treat. But before you get your treat, we need you to do something for us because we need your help. We need you to help us continue to grow this platform. And all we ask that you do is go over to our YouTube page, Nothing But the Truth with Brother Jamil and Sister Tisha. Like, share, and subscribe. And then go over to our Facebook page. Do the same thing. Like, share, and subscribe. On Facebook, you can find us on Tisha Muhammad and Jamil Muhammad. Okay? All right. Are you ready? Are you ready to get this party started?
Bone ready. Bone ready. I'm ready to make it happen, you know? So I want to tell you, brothers and sisters, and Tisha, you know, everybody here tonight shares one thing in common. And that one thing in common that we share, whether we are Muslim or other religion, whether we're Christian or atheist or communist or socialist or Republican or Democrat, we all want to be happy.
Yes.
We all want to have fulfillment in life. We all want to have the kind of sense of accomplishment that we've been able to do something with the time between our birth and however long it is before we have to surrender it and lay it down. But one of the things that I think makes that happen, and we see that in a lot of different instances, is marriage itself. So tonight's program focuses on something that I think is really, really important. As you heard Sister Tisha say to you, we've got a program tonight that focuses on an event that's coming up in Jacksonville, Florida in September. You'll get more details in just a moment, but make sure you come in the room, like, share, and subscribe. Make sure you get in the room quickly, get in the room in an orderly fashion. Mosque number 46 on A Lost and Down Man is
Everybody.
in the room. A Lost and Down Man, right on the corner. Mosque number 46 in New Orleans is in the room. We want to make sure that everybody gets a chance to come on in, enjoy yourself, and share this broadcast with other folks. Sister Tisha, you think we're ready to introduce the guests?
I think we're ready because we need all the time. This is going to be a jam-packed show.
We do. I'm going to start with our sister because ladies come first. There's Super Sam. He's with us. Good to see you, Brother Samuel.
Super Sam.
We're going to start with our sister first.
Okay.
She is a licensed mental health counselor. She's a professional there in her native state of Florida. She's a native of Gainesville, lives over in Jacksonville now, and she's one of the key committee members who are putting on the Jacksonville Singles Social from September the 11th through the 14th. She'll be telling you more about it now, but we wanted to make sure our screen looked glamorous and nice too. So let's bring forward our guest, Sister Tia X.
Welcome.
Good to see you. How are you? How are you, sister? Oh, she's muted.
She's mute. Let me see.
Take it off.
Take it off mute.
Right. There you go. There you go.
Oh, my. She didn't do it.
There you go. How are you this evening, sister?
I'm well by Allah's grace and mercy.
All right. All right. Good to see you. We got a lot to talk about. Our next guest is also coming to us from a very important post in this nation. He's our student minister at Muhammad Mosque number 46. The great Crescent City of New Orleans, Louisiana, a career educator by profession and a teacher of the Word of God at an excellent level for the Nation of Islam and the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan, my dear brother and friend. And we will learn more about him as the evening goes forward too. But let's bring him out now. Brother Student Minister Willie Muhammad from New Orleans, Louisiana. There he is. Good to see you, dear brother. How are you this evening?
I'm thankful for Allah's grace, and I'm thankful for this opportunity to be on your show.
Yes, sir.
You and your wife.
Yes, indeed. Glad to have you. I'm going to turn the conversation over to the world's greatest co-host. It says right here, say that I am the world's greatest
The
co-host
great
or
head.
else. All right. So I'm saying that she's the world's greatest co-host, my beloved wife and co-host, Sister Tisha. Go right ahead, ma'am.
All right. Okay, family. So once again, we just want to welcome you to our show. And we are so thankful that you're taking the time to share what's going on in Jacksonville. And that is where we're going to start with Sister Tia. If you don't mind, as brief as you can, just give us a quick little rundown on what's happening in September in Jacksonville. Why are we here? What's going on?
September in Jacksonville, we are having our single social, and the theme is 911, state of an emergency. The importance of securing our nation with the strong, healthy healthy marriages. And we're going to have, it starts that Thursday, and we're going to have events going from Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
What type of events can the guests who come expect to participate in? What kind of things will we see at this social?
On Thursday, we will have the meet and greet.
Mm-hmm.
And we also would we having the Battle in the Sky going on, the premiere of the Battle in the Sky also. And you get tickets on the Jacksonville Single Social website. You can get tickets for that, and that's going to be on Thursday. And then
Okay.
on Friday, we're going to have Sister Naira and Brother David from Tampa, who are
Okay.
going to come and speak on the Dianetics before and after courtship.
Mm-hmm.
And then we're going to have the Sunset Cruise. And from the Sunset Cruise,
Wow.
we're going to do a little tour. The Sunset Cruise is kind of like a popular event from our social, where you go out on the boat and you watch the sunset, and it's been like very, very popular since we started our single social. And then we're going to go out and do a little tour of Jacksonville on Friday.
Okay.
And yes, ma'am.
So it's action packed, and that's only
It's
Friday.
action.
That's
Yes,
only
sir.
Friday.
Yes, sir.
Mhm.
And then not Thursday. Saturday, we have the MGT class, and the guys are going to have a meeting with Brother Willie that
Mhm.
morning. And from
When you
there,
say
we're
Brother
going to
Willie, you mean this Brother Willie right here on the
this brother,
broadcast.
Brother Minister Willie. We're going to have the
Yes,
guys are going to have a meeting with Brother Willie,
Mhm.
and then we're going to have, after the meeting with Brother Willie, we're going to have our workshop with Brother Willie, which is jam packed with information that is beneficial to help in bringing strong marriages into the nation.
Wow.
This is awesome. Okay. Yeah,
We
this is
also I'm sorry, sis.
there is a lot going on. That's very interesting. I have some flyers and slides that I want to put up, and you just kind of go over it, because you mentioned a lot of things that were going on, and I want the audience to be able to get a visual of what it is. Bear with me just a moment. Let's see.
Mm-hmm.
So here's the actual flyer, friends and family. Okay. So this is the fourth annual Jacksonville Social Single. It's going to take place from September 11th through the 14th. And Sister Tia just shared with us a lot of the activities that will be going on. Brother Minister Willie will be doing a courtship workshop, right? You don't want to miss that. And then we have our guest speakers here. She did speak on a sunset cruise, and it says that there are going to be games and more, right? So you don't want to miss that. Let me see what else.
Wow.
And she said there was going to be a presentation right here. A nation. What does it say? A Nation Brothers.
Mhm.
And is that part 3?
Yes.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Part 3 is out. It's an exclusive screen viewing of part 3. You don't want to miss it. Brother Ilya Rashad Muhammad is the filmmaker, and this is an excellent film. So Mosque number 66 is to be commended for bringing this out, because it's a great example of the defense and propagation of the teachings. I just had to jump in and say that. Yes.
Beautiful, beautiful. Okay, so we have an idea of some of the things that will be taking place. Let's back up a little bit. Let's back up and take it back, and let's go back to the beginning. Start back at the beginning and pick up anything we've left off. So this is actually the 4th annual.
Yes, ma'am.
How did this concept originate? Where did it come from? How did it start?
With our beautiful sister Angela.
Mm-hmm.
Sister Angela, she put out a call. We went to the courtship with Brother Marcus and Sister Cecilia in Miami.
Okay.
And from there, when we left, Sister Angela was like, we only do it one time a year. So she put out a call to some like-minded people, and we got together, and she threw out her idea, and we was like, let's do it. And we've been rolling strong ever since.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Okay.
Amazing. Sister Tisha, I tell you, may I wanted to ask one thing.
Go ahead.
The logistics of the conference always fascinated me. Every time we go to a large meeting, we just left the National Training Conference in Chicago with our Grand Master, Assistant Supreme Captain, Brother Abdulaziz Muhammad, his
Right.
wife and family, and they put on a big event, a lot of moving parts. I know your event is a major event there in Jacksonville. How do you all manage the moving parts of it? In other words, you have one hotel where everybody will be, or are there a couple of hotels and a transportation system? It just popped into my head to ask that question. Like how is that going? Are the logistics coming into place?
Yes, sir. Like different people that's in the committee have different roles that we play in. So everybody has different parts that we do, and we also have a brother that will be assisting with transportation while you're here.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
So we've covered and thought of the needs of the attendees as they approach Jacksonville, Northeast Florida, the Duval County area, and as they call it, some people call Jacksonville South Georgia, but they just being mean. That's all they doing, being mean. That's all they doing. But listen, hey, there's Sister Suzette is with us from Dallas, Texas. Good to see you. Trisha's here. We got people coming from all around the country. Come on, check in. Make sure you like, subscribe, and share the program. Tisha, you had something on your mind. I could tell your ears were twitching. I know you had something you wanted to ask about, huh?
I want to know, not anything in particular. I want to know, I'm really fascinated on and really interested on making sure marriage works, because strong marriages is the cornerstone of our nation, right? And I want to talk a little bit, if we can, as to the fact of the problem that we're seeing in marriages, people not wanting to get married, right, in our society right now. Why is that? And I'm glad we're doing stuff like this to be able to turn that tide around, because that's not what we want to do. Marriage is so important. Can we speak to, I guess Brother Willie, if you don't mind, Brother Minister, can we speak to some of the issues that we're seeing with why people don't want to be married today? Why this event is so important?
I think first of all, assalamu alaikum to everybody again. There's a variety of factors, but one of the things I will say is I've heard the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan mention on numerous occasions, we're living in a society that is getting away from God, right? So when a society begins to get away from God, the society also begins to get away from things that God has ordained and said that his creations should participate in, and marriage is one of them. Allah says in the Holy Quran, how he talks about how Satan has made, he's going to make evil fair seeming. Yes. And he's going to cause the world to deviate. And look at the I don't know if the word I want to say, not the contradiction, but look at the society in which we're in.
Okay.
Here you have marriage, which is meant for a man and woman to come together, which is ordained by God. And those who this institution is meant for, you're hearing more of them starting to talk about not wanting to get married. And then we have another side of the coin where you have those who this institution was not meant to, where you're seeing there's a push for same-sex marriages. So Satan is in control of the world. And so Satan understands that through the process of marriage, that is one of the fundamental institutions that help make both man and woman into what God desires them to be. So that's one of the factors on a spiritual side. The other factor is that we live in a world where it's just you can get the benefits of marriage, but not make the commitment. If you understand what I'm saying. So you have that. And then also I teach school. And one time I was having a conversation with some of my students and I asked them, there's about 20 of them. And I said, how many of you desired to get married, and none of them raised their hand. And when I asked them why, many of them talked about the hurt and the pain and the damage that they saw in marriages in their own families.
Oh,
So this is why we need to have more examples of successful marriages.
Wow. Brother Willie, is it true what they say that marriage just has real benefits for the people who marry, like you live longer or you're healthier? Or I've heard those kinds of discussions over the years. Are there facts that support that kind of thing?
Yes, and this is interesting. One of the things I always encourage the believers to do here in the city, or even that I mentioned when we have a lecture dealing with marriage, is to show that the actual benefits that they have proven through research studies that show that people who are married, they end up having a larger income. People who are married, they end up living longer. And hold on to your belt straps and your boots. I've read a study that said that people who are married even have a greater quality of a sex life.
Yeah, that seems to me to be ample motivation for us to get married. Yet, you see, the society has gotten our people, men and women, young Black people, turned off to marriage. So this single social, which is pointing the way toward proper courtship and marriage, Sister Tia, seems to be the kind of thing that we should really focus on and invest in and participate in, because you guys are making it fun. You got cruises and tours, events and socials, all in an action-packed weekend. Did a lot of that go into your thinking about, hey, we got to bring this and make it attractive to people?
Anyway.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
To develop on that. And of course, there's Brother Derek 3X from East Orange by way of Queens. Good to see you, dear brother. Tisha, you had some more questions that you wanted to ask? Because it looks like the panelists are ready. They got information.
So with this social event, I'm trying to see, because I didn't get to go to a single social event. And I'm nosy. I want to know what is there. If I were to go to a single social event, I'm just saying stop playing.
You don't need to be.
If I was to go, is this something at these events? Is this something like for you individually that you're hoping to gain? Is the goal to find a partner, or is it to find yourself? Are we learning about ourselves? About what are we doing at these singles events? I know we have activities, but as far as the learning, what is it that I'm supposed to be hoping to accomplish?
If I can mention something, in the workshops that I conduct, as a student minister, some people might expect like it's me up there doing the lecture, but I intentionally design the workshops to allow the participants to do what I feel that we're not doing enough, which is to engage in communication.
Yeah.
There are various views that MGT have of FOI and FOI have of MGT that are not necessarily the truth. So in the workshops, that's one of the things that take place where we can help to dispel those myths and those misunderstandings and misperceptions. The other thing that we do is to equip each and every attendee with the skills that they need to begin to start preparing themselves, right?
Nice.
The Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan in a lecture one time, he gave this analogy based upon the scripture in the book of Genesis. He talked about how God had created man and woman so we can multiply, right? And replenish the earth. And the minister gave this analogy. He said, imagine if we had a multiplication problem, if it was 2 times and there was a number we didn't have the question, but the answer was 10. 2 times blank equals 10. The minister said, using the principle of multiplication, you would need to multiply that 2 by 5 in order to get the 10.
Okay.
But the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan said that if you don't know you're on the level of a 2, you don't know what you need to multiply yourself against to get the product that you need. So what we work to do in these workshops and the other workshops, as you see, they have our brother and sister from Florida who work with Dynetics to begin to get the attendees to begin to start working on themselves. Many of us don't realize that how much work we need to do on ourselves when we are single to prepare ourselves for a mate. And all we need to do is look in the teachings. What did the originator do after he created himself and brought himself into existence? He studied himself.
Mm.
And in studying himself, he knew what type of mate he needed, what type of helpmate he needed. And he began to produce that helpmate. So we have activities that are designed to help each brother and sister, not to look for the MGT on that side or the FOI on this side. No, examine yourself. And in examining yourself, you will get the you should have a better understanding if we really engage in a process of what type of mate we need. And as the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan has said, oftentimes that's the work that we do the least, which is the examining of ourselves.
Sister Kamaria said that's some good courtship math.
Man.
I tend to agree with her. And thank you. You're watching and you're viewing, of course, Nothing But the Truth with Brother Jamil and Sister Tisha. Every Thursday at 8 o'clock, we do the same thing in a different way. We bring you some good information that you really can use in making your life better. So we are honored to have you joining us tonight. Sister Tisha is going to take over the questioning in just one moment. I wanted to drop this in so that we would know that on the 11th of September, headed all the way up to the 14th of September, in Jacksonville, Florida, there will be this event that you're about to see on the screen. There it is, the Jacksonville Singles Social. And I want you to know that when you get to Jacksonville, you're going to be surprised by a few things. Number one, the extreme professionalism and organization of the event. Maybe you won't be surprised, especially if you know that it's the brainchild of Sister Angela, who's always been doing these kinds of things for years, and her committee who are there in Jacksonville. But you're also going to be surprised at what you learn about yourself. As Brother Willie just said, you're going to learn things about yourself to help find out what it is that you want in another mate. If you don't mind, Sister Tisha, I want to ask a question.
Go ahead.
And the question is for both of our panelists. I didn't know this question was coming up, but I'm going to ask it. If each of you could give very briefly, three reasons why, and then we'll come back with some solutions, but three reasons why you think marriage does not take place in our community as much as it should. We'll start with you, Brother Willie. We'll come to you, Sister Tia. But what are the three reasons why we don't get married? And then we'll come back with some solutions to help create some strong marriages. And I asked this question because I remember coming up in the nation, and you would hear brother captains talk to the brothers in FOI class. You know, captains talk. Now, sister, don't try to think you're going to know about FOI class. It's just one thing.
I was listening. I was trying to hear.
Look at Sister Tia. What? No, just hold on. But the captain would say things, Brother Willie, you remember, y'all brothers, you need to marry these sisters. These sisters need husbands. They need to be married. And the brothers would report that they heard that, but they would think to themselves, wait a minute, I'm getting married for what? So you can pay them bills, so you can take care of them children that she already got. Do this and do that. And so they saw it and they recoiled in fear because they didn't want to go in and didn't have the right resources and all that other stuff. So these are some real things that are happening, especially with Brother William getting married this Saturday, the 16th of August in the great city of Oakland, California. But we'll come back to that in a little while as well. But this is what the brothers were saying. What do you think the reasons are? We'll come to you, Brother Willie. We'll come to Sister Tia. What are the three reasons why we are challenged in marriages?
Oftentimes when marriage comes up, when you talk about it outside of the Nation of Islam and even in the Nation of Islam to some degree now, people are quick to talk about what's the divorce rate, right? I don't know, some people, they say maybe 2 out of every 3 marriages. What were they saying? 50% of marriages end in divorce. So that produces a level of fear amongst people because people are feeling like, man, all of these marriages are failing, right? Then the other thing I think in regards to when we talk about marriage, especially in the Nation of Islam, we talk about the responsibility that falls on the shoulders of the men. And sometimes that may be very, for some brothers, that may be very discouraging when they look at their financial situation, right? And the other part, as I relate to in the Nation of Islam, I think sometimes we begin to treat courtship as if it is marriage. So what begins to start happening is we don't approach courtship for how it is supposed to be approached and conducted, as the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan teaches is for an examination to see if this person is meant to be my particular spouse, future spouse. So when we approach courtship like marriage, we come with this, we add this unnecessary responsibility, and it kind of discourages people. That makes sense.
Wow.
Okay, so those are the three things that my brother says often discourage us. Sister Tia, what have you and the committee found that happens? Sister Kamaria says, says money, trust, and past pain. Wow. So feel free to weigh in the comments. We have the experts here, but you can weigh in the comments because you're an expert in your experience as well. Sister Tia, go right ahead.
So I would say that I've heard FOI say the fear of rejection. Like their fear of rejection is just as high as the MGT fear of rejection. And like today, you can go out, a female can be out walking, and if she rejects a guy and he's trying to get her number, it might cost her life today.
No, that's true.
So it's really bad today as far as like guys not being able to take no. Not in a bad way, but just like, no, I'm not interested. I know I'm already married. I'm with someone. And another thing that I've seen working in the field that I work in is like the propaganda that's in the music, the TV, and the social media, just in general, of what's being pushed as far as like not being married, getting a bag, and things of that nature. And so when I talk with my population that I work with, I know that deep down inside there's a want, but they don't know how to go about it. And that's why you have a lot of domestic violence. That's high. Like, why are you fighting this young man? Or why are you fighting this young lady? Because you wanted something that wasn't talked about, or something y'all didn't have a good discussion on, because you just went in the dating process. And so, and then it didn't work out. And now you had expectations on the individual that didn't know that expectations were on them.
Oh, wow.
So now you're upset with them, and they don't even know why, because they didn't know the expectations was on them. And the thing about courtship is that a lot of that is kind of eliminated, as I guess is the word for it, where you can ask all the questions and everything up front and get that information. And when you make that informed decision from the information that you have, a lot of the issues that are going on now could be cut down. A lot of unnecessary stress.
Wow.
That's amazing. You know, I'm looking while you all are giving those expert answers. And again, feel free to go in the comments. We're almost at the bottom of the hour. There's a break at the bottom of the hour, but feel free to go into the comments and ask your question or weigh in what you think the challenges are, because the entire second half of the program, we're going to talk about solutions, benefits, and progress. We're not going to leave you in doubt and fear of rejection and pain and money and loss. No. We're going to win tonight. And that's the reason why we're here. So go in the comments. Make sure you put your questions in. Everybody, make sure you tell Brother William, best congratulations to you. Send out to Oakland. Town business this Saturday. Marriage is in the Bay Area. So we're excited about all that. I'm going to give you now to the world's most beautiful co-host.
Did you hear me just fumbling? Assalamu alaikum, family. We are going to go down and do the bottom of the hour. Take this time to go get you a quick little sip of water, whatever, and come on back, because you don't want to miss the second half of the show. We're going to kick it up a notch. Y'all ready?
We're ready.
Be right back. Assalamu alaikum, family.
Assalamu alaikum.
What are we saying? What are we doing? Woo! Assalamu alaikum, family. Assalamu alaikum, family.
Assalamu alaikum.
We want to thank you for taking the time to tune into Nothing But the Truth with Brother Jamil.
And Sister Tisha. We thank you for every Thursday night joining us for appointment viewing. 8 p.m. Not 8 a.m.
Yeah, I'm going to come in on the PM.
Yeah, 8 p.m. Thursday nights by YouTube, by Facebook, by Instagram, by all the other means by which we can be seen. But we thank you, because without you, as a matter of fact, here in Manhattan's, there's no me without you.
We always do that. Assalamu alaikum.
There's no me.
You didn't say assalamu alaikum. You didn't say assalamu alaikum.
Oh, sorry. That is the grooviest commercial in all of television. Okay,
I love it.
because that groove, the Manhattans. Here, I could actually do it right now.
Oh, that's okay. That's okay. That's okay. Because there's questions. Let's see. Shop around in the courtship before making a final. Okay, here's a question. Should you, as the song say, shop around in courtship before making a final decision? Anybody want to address that? Not shop around.
Yeah.
My mama told me.
Yeah, the minister said that the sister shouldn't be played with like there's some treats or sweets at the in a candy store. You know, we should approach courtship with a sober mind. You know, like when people go to court, most people go to court, they put on suits because they know it's something serious. It's dealing with either financial stipulation at the end, or you can end up serving some jail time, right? So we should really enter into courtship with a serious mind, with a knowledge of who we are. Because imagine going into a retail store and you don't know the size, what shoe size you wear, what pant size you wear. You'll end up leaving out there with stuff that doesn't even fit you. So go into the courtship knowing who you are and what you want, so you can determine if this person has it or not. And this is the thing, and I'll close on this. A successful courtship is making the right decision for both parties involved. Sometimes that means going forward. Sometimes that means you are a good brother, I'm a good sister, but we just don't fit.
Okay. You're good, not for me.
You're right.
That's okay.
That's it.
And there'll be people, I'm sure, coming to Jacksonville. My mic is working now, Sister Tisha. After I told you I would sing the song for you, it seemed like my mic didn't work, but now it's working. But people will be in Jacksonville working on those same principles that we just heard Brother Mr. Willie talk about, actually finding a way to address courtship in the proper way, not as a commitment to be married just because we court. I mean, we got to marry, right? But as a means of taking steps to evidentiary steps, as Minister Farrakhan said, we take steps to learn evidence about one another, not evidence to condemn one another. We're not learning evidence so we can say, I got you. I found out. See, that's not what we're in the courtship for, because in every one of our lives, there are circumstances of which we're not proud. There are things that we've made mistakes or errors about. And if we're going to be condemned about those things, that'll make us very skittish about courtship in the first place. But the courtship in a holistic way, as I understand it, and Sister Tia and Brother Willie, you all are the experts, you can tell me, but the courtship that is really holistic is one where you're rooting for the person. You're rooting for the person to find that right answer, whether you choose to move on and be married, or whether you say, you're a good sister, I'm a good brother, but we need to be with some other activity. That's all right to do that, isn't it, Sister Tia? Is that okay?
Yes. It's okay to do that.
Okay, all right. Sister's the queen of those answers. She give you a straight answer. Yes, it's okay.
Yes, move on. That's it. Yes.
Move on. That's it.
It's okay to do that, because when you may not be a good fit for an individual, that's okay. We can still be brothers and sisters. There's somebody out there, like the old saying said, there's a lid for every part. Like you may not be the one, but there's somebody.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So what if I was single and sorry about that. Huh? What if I was single and I'm not sure that I want to get married yet, but I just want to see what's going on at the event, or see if maybe I'm thinking about marriage, but not right now. Is this something that I should attend? Is this,
Yes,
or is
ma'am.
this just for people who I know I'm getting married right now and this is it? Who is this for?
Everybody. It's for everybody. Like we even have it where so it won't be any confusion. We even have armbands that say, "Hey, I'm in different colors," that will say I'm in a courtship, or that I'm looking.
She's in the dark. What happened?
That I'm okay.
Okay.
I'm sorry about that.
Mhm.
We have armbands for people that's just coming from information purposes only. We have armbands for those who are in a courtship and they're coming for information, or those who are looking for courtship, not looking, but are open for a courtship rather.
Mhm.
So you'll know who's there. So it's open for everyone.
Wow.
I'd be asking for 2 and 3 bands. I'm interested. I'm not interested. Depending on who come up to me, I'll be like, not interested. Sister, 1 band.
I don't think that's fair. I don't think it's fair. You're gonna wear just the 1 band, But what are we going to do to increase the participation of brothers? One thing that I've heard about, and we're talking about winning now. We're talking about solutions before, because we only have about another. Oh my gosh, we only have 15 more minutes on the program. So we got to get to the bottom of this. What are we going to do to get more brothers to come to singles events, single socials, single gatherings? What do we do to act in the way of joining the brothers onto the enthusiasm? I heard that many times at a social, there'll be 100 sisters and 15 brothers, and the brothers are 85 years old, and they want to marry a sister that's 24 and don't have no children. And so I don't know, how do we do that? How do we get more?
I think one of the things on the brother side in the classes, it has to be pushed more.
Okay.
Oftentimes what captains emphasize in the mosque or in the study groups end up taking place. So that's one thing that has to be done. It has to be emphasized. Those brothers that have attended this single social in the last 3 years and who have enjoyed themselves, they have to go out and begin to start telling brothers about how much they enjoy themselves and why they should come by the word of mouth.
That makes sense.
And we heard that there's a brother coming from Atlanta. They're renting a 15-passenger van, I was told.
That's good. That's good. And when you really see how marriage can be, we're joined in the chat room tonight by a dear brother of ours, Brother Derek 3X. And Brother Derek always talks. There's Brother Eric is here tonight too. Good to see you, my dear brother Eric from Washington, D.C. But Brother Derek 3 often talks about how Sister Tisha and I, he calls us the couple that makes marriage fun, marriage fun. And we often look to find ways to keep that happening. But Brother Derek is seeing something there. And we don't know that intentionally. We're not trying to model something. Hey, let's go out here today and make marriage look like it's fun. We just live it. And in living the life, there's a joy in it. I can tell you as a person, see, I believe in matrimony, but I believe you got to step up to it and be prepared, as Brother Student Minister Willie said earlier. You got to be prepared for this. Sometimes you can be married and you're not ready for it. Sometimes you can be married and your spouse is not ready for it. Sometimes you can be in a marriage on paper, but in your heart, there's nothing there. So you have to make sure that you're building your heart up to match the commitment that you make before Allah and the society that will take you all the way to the great lengths and heights that you desire to go. So right now, I'm telling you, I'm glad that there are Muslim couples who make marriage fun. I'm glad that there are Muslim couples who make marriage look good. Some of them, you can think of them off the top of your head. If you're in Detroit and you just run into Brother Captain Emeritus Majid Muhammad, if you run into Student Captain Majid and his wife, Sister Majida, everywhere they go, bling, there's dust, pixie dust, and lights and flowers everywhere because they just make it look so good with the way they do what they do. And all over the nation, there are those who model those things. So I would go to Brother James's question in the chat. Will there be married couples, Sister Tia, who are chaperoning, or will they be present at the event? And what will they be doing?
Yes, so they're going to be chaperones at the event that are there, and then they're also there. They can ask questions and well, you can ask them questions that can help you out. So they're going to be married couples that are there.
Wow.
Beautiful.
Okay. And thank you, Sister Farah, for your compliment. A beautiful website. I'm happy that people are really enjoying what you all are doing and they're looking forward to it. Tisha, what's next on the agenda?
I want to add the website. It's crawling across the bottom now. So if you have questions or want to see how you can register, is registration still open?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, you can go to the website jackssinglesocial.com and register for this wonderful social that's coming up, or ask your questions, things like that. So I did want to make sure that we get that on there for anyone who's interested.
Can I say something? Because I saw some comments that were made and people were talking about past hurts and pain and how that has served sometimes like as a hindrance to going forward and getting married. At some point, brothers and sisters, we have to ask ourselves, how long will we allow past pain to stop us from moving forward?
Come on, brother.
Are we not serving a God whose one of his attributes is called the healer? So how can we serve a God that's called the healer, but we don't want to heal? And we can't be like Lot's wife. Lot's wife was frustrated with what was going on in Sodom and Gomorrah, but she got so caught up in her bitterness and focusing on the past that when God came to say, listen, I have sent my servants to bring you and your family to a new place.
Come on.
She missed the opportunity because she was stuck in the past. She was stuck in her bitterness. She became a pillar of salt and she couldn't move. Like, how is it? I understand if we're 2 years from a marriage, 3 years from a marriage, but how is it that we're 10 years removed from a marriage and we're still talking about the pain back then that's stopping us now? When we're in that situation, we can't look at our ex-spouses anymore.
Right.
We got to look at ourselves and say, what has produced this fear in me?
Come on.
Right? Because guess what? The right relationship, the right marriage will make you look back at that past marriage that caused you so much pain, and you will be thankful because of the lessons it taught you to open your eyes for the one that gave you the joy.
Teach it.
But we can't keep holding on to that because sometimes we make that pain our identity. Always in the mosque talking about the brothers and the sisters and this and that. But what's under all that is, I'm afraid to heal.
My goodness.
I'm afraid to love again.
Ooh.
Nothing but the truth with Brother Jamil and Sister Tisha. Tonight's special guest, the student minister Willie Muhammad of New Orleans, Louisiana, and our sister, an actual licensed mental health counselor and a trainer from Jacksonville, Florida, Sister Tia X, one of the committee members for the Jacksonville Singles Social. We are excited to have you. Oh man, Tisha, go ahead. I got so much. I'm bubbling. Go ahead.
I'm going to the event. I'm just gonna
What?
I'm not single. I'm just gonna chaperone because this is gonna be great. If I was single and I was coming to, I'm just playing. Okay, no. Is there anything that the single people or the people who's coming to the event need to bring with them, or is it just come as you are? Are we? What are we? Are there special outfits we need to bring? Are we going to the beach? I know we're going on a boat tour. I said we, like I'm really going. We're going. You guys are going on a tour of Sunset Cruise or whatever. Is there anything special in addition to just having your ticket and getting there? What do we need, if anything?
Good question.
Open mind.
Oh, that's it. We can do that.
Willing to accept new information and new ways of thinking.
Okay. All right. Go ahead.
If you bring that comment up,
Sister Tisha, you mentioned something earlier about the courtships, and this is the single socials, and this is something I've been telling the believers in our city when they want to organize a single event, a social, is not to always advertise it as this is going to be a place where you're going to meet someone. No, look at it as I am investing in myself. Look at one of the things we did last year, because one of the perceptions is, how do I approach a sister? How do I talk to the brother? And people seem like we can't approach a brother and sister in righteous circumstances. So we had a role play. Okay, here's the scene. Savior's Day. You're in the line. You see a sister you that sparks some interest. Action. What would you do? So people can have practical things, right? And we allowed the sisters to talk about how would you know if a brother is interested in you from social media? How would you know, brother? How would a sister know? Well, we're striving to have these real conversations.
I love
And
it.
this social event is very fun.
Yes.
We're laughing and everything. I got to do this plug. This is the Muslim version of Taboo. It's
Let
called
me
Make
put
It
it up.
Plain. It was inspired by the Jacksonville single social. And
I
we
love
play this game, and believers have the opportunity to have fun and laugh. This is not something rigid, but we're all making sure we're in line with our way of life. But it is very fun in Jacksonville. Come on, man.
Come on.
Jacksonville,
Yes,
Florida,
indeed.
around this time. Come on.
Mhm. Yes, indeed. A good time will be had by all. I wanted to refocus, if I could get the producers to put up on the screen a comment from Brother William before this one. And there may be virtual sessions, Brother William. We're going to get back to you, but there will be, yes. Could you go to Brother William's earlier
Yes.
comment where he talked about how he was able, what
Yes.
happened when he was able to let go of the pain?
When he let go of the pain.
Yes.
And something, because I think you better let it go, is what I'm saying.
When he said, I'm not going to cry no more. I'm not going to shed a tear. That
No,
one, when he was singing Mary J. Blige real loud in
Not
his bedroom.
no more. That's what he said. So he says, as soon as I let that pain go, Allah blessed me with such a wonderful queen. He is teaching the truth. Talking about you, student Minister Willie. Teaching the truth. We have to drop it at some point. I heard the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan say one time over the Rasham, he said, yes, I know you had a rough childhood. I know you were beaten too often. You may have been abused. You may have been starved and neglected, and your parents may not have paid you attention. They weren't emotionally available. They didn't come to your football games. They missed your graduation. He said, but now, so what? You're over it. You made it through all of that.
Yes.
You made it through all of that. Now, what are you going to do yourself? That's the question. You can't bring a bag of pain to the table and say, here I am, Courtney, here's my pain.
That's it. And what you said, Brother Jamil, and it goes back. Look at the example of the originator. We're taught that after he created himself out of darkness, he looked within himself and he found some things that he was not pleased with. But during that period of him just being by himself, he wasn't sitting idly, he was working on himself. So if a brother or sister who's watching this and you've been single and you're still hurt, how much Dianetic auditing have you taken? Are you there on Fridays at the mosque or the study group really engaging in self-improvement, or just talking about the dirt that white folks have done us?
Come on.
Are we going to go? Are we going to get a therapist if we need to go see a therapist? Are we looking at ourselves and seeing, this is where I'm hurt at? Let me find some information to tell me how to heal. Brother Jabril, may Allah be pleased, when I mentioned this book called Where Will We Be Without Pain?
Yes.
Everybody talks about Joseph in the Bible. But if Joseph wouldn't have not been experienced betrayal by his brothers, falsely accused by the king's wife, and lied to by the men who he helped to get out of jail, all of that was the process to bring Joseph closer to fulfilling the dream that God showed him as a child.
Now you're talking about some things that's going to make the mosque fill up Sunday in New Orleans, of course, but it's also the truth that is bringing us, as Sister said, nothing but the truth. And that's what it is. We're making sure that we give you the answers that help us win. Teacher, you
know what I did before we had got married. Brother Willie is so on point, because I found that I had to, whatever issues I thought I had that I needed to let go of, whatever, I had to let them go. And I found at one point I was actually holding on to that hurt, that fear, because I'd say, oh Allah, I want to be married, I want to do this, I want to do that, but I took no steps to get to, over that hurt. Like something was holding me back. So I had to get quiet and get by myself and really be serious about healing, right? And I actually went to Allah and told him what I was looking for in a man. I wanted him to be tall and light skinned with a little gray afro. And I'm just playing. But I told him that.
You almost got there. You almost got there. You was describing Brother Jamil.
Seriously, I talked to Allah and told him what it is that I was looking for in a mate. And I kept asking and praying, I want this, I want this, I want this. And then one day I stopped and thought about, but are you mate worthy yet? Did you do what you needed to do to heal, to let go of whatever is holding you back and whatever this fear is? So after, like Brother William said, after I let that go and started really working to focus on me, look for the tools to help me heal, go to counseling if that's what was necessary, get on my prayer rug 24/7, whatever it was. I had to find me first. I can go find him, right? Then we start this new journey together. So if there was a singles retreat, please believe I would have been there, because these are the tools that are needed to help you fix you first before you can go find that special someone, right? And so you can be successful. Everybody needs to be at this singles event. If you are single, you just need to. If not this one, the one that's coming next year. But this is so needed in our nation, because strong marriages make strong nation.
I just want to ask the brothers
First,
how much ramen noodles can you eat?
I mean,
How many ramen noodles can you? What you gonna do, man? Lunchables? What you eating at your house, bro? Who's cooking for you? And what is the? There you go. Thank you, Brother James. Okay, don't cut my mic off when this show is over, because I know what you're going to try to do. And we're going to ask Sister Tia and Brother Willie after we go off the air. Y'all stay in the room. Don't hang up the line from StreamYard. We're going to make sure these links are made, because when you get to Jacksonville, if you know you need to see someone in terms of counseling and advisement, as well as the Dianetics processing, see Sister Tia. She's a licensed mental health counselor. That's what she does. And she's there for you, along with believers who have the skill and the training and the inclination and the integrity to help you.
That's important.
Integrity means that when you speak to them, they're not spilling your business all over somebody else. They're not talking your business and talking about what's wrong with you. If you court someone and she or he does not decide that this is a good relationship, or you decide that, and you decide to go and be brothers and sisters, don't you tell what you think is wrong with that brother or that sister and spread that around. That's God don't like ugly, and that's ugly to do. So make sure that you keep yourself filled with the spirit of victory, because as you heard my brother and sister say from the single social, you heard both Student Minister Willie and Sister Tia say it, we're going to win. We can win if we do the right thing in the right way.
Yes.
Everybody can't win what Sister Tisha won. Come on, man. She came up. She came up. You know what I'm saying? She came up.
Say that.
All right, you know what I mean? But you do the best you can do. You know what I'm saying?
Say that.
So out of control. This is great. Marriage is fun. And it's what you make of it, guys.
It is.
Don't be afraid. It is fun. You got to be there. Let me put the flyer up one more time before we go.
We can't be, we have all of these tools, man, and we have the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan, but of course we have to use what he's given us.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Well, as we prepare to put it to better use, let's get prepared to be in Jacksonville, Florida. If you're anywhere on the southern Atlantic coast, in Florida, in the Mid-South, Jacksonville is not a far journey for you. You have until the 29th of August to register before the deadline. Make sure you go to jacksinglesocial.com, and then you're going to see that come across your screen at the bottom of the screen. Make sure you go there and register right away. When you get there, meet Student Minister Willie. If you haven't met him, you've seen him for years in television and radio and social media. Go meet the brother. He's accessible, he's kind, and he's not going to brush you off or push you away. He's an author, he's a scholar, but he's also a good brother. When you meet Sister Tia, she's not going to run you away. What you mean you need some help? Get out of here. She's not going to tell you that. She's going to sit with you and listen to you and show you love and compassion, because that's what we need in this hour of great darkness and confusion. And the world is tilting on its edge and about to totter out of control. Then the one thing that we need in this hour is guidance.
Love it.
The currency of Farrakhan is guidance. The wisdom you'll hear from these two and other presenters is guidance from Farrakhan. And it came directly from the inspiration of Almighty Allah. This is exciting. Any final words before we turn it back over to Sister Tisha?
Wait, before we go, please remind our audience of some of the others in our nation too who are able to help with relations.
Oh, sure. Well, I can tell you a few off the top of my head. What about Student Minister Abdul Malik Saeed Muhammad in Los Angeles? What about the books of Brother Nuri Muhammad?
Yes.
Indianapolis. And what about the books written by our dear departed sister, the Star of Allah, Sister Ava Muhammad, most notably Real Love? What about the work done by Dr. Nisa Islam Muhammad and the Wedded Bliss Foundation out of Washington, D.C., or Sister Katrina from Chicago with Relationship Talks, the book that is actually helping many people to court and do that much better than they did before. We talked earlier about Brother Marcus and Sister Cecilia and the Marriage Keepers. And any couple that doesn't have to have an organization, but any couple that's honest and fair and filled with the Spirit of Allah enough to say, come on, let's talk about it. And let's keep it 100%. And let's make sure that we do the right thing in the right way. This is your nation of Islam. Be proud of it. I've got 30 seconds apiece for my guest, and I'm going to turn it over to the world's most beautiful co-host herself. Sister Tia, any parting words?
If you're available and you're able to come out and gather the information, come to the Jacksonville Single Social, come get the information, and it's possible you may meet someone. And if not, at least you know you have fellowship with like-minded people. Absolutely. You have gained information, and if something was to come up later on down the road, at least you'll be equipped with the information and know what to do moving forward.
Beautiful.
Indeed. Brother Minister Willie?
I just want to, Brother Jamil, I want to thank you for the impact that you have on my life and had on my life, and for your example, man. I learned so much from you, and also thank your wife as well for the example that you all do. I love seeing you all interact. I'm for real. It's like, sister, you have that matching spirit and humor that we find in our brother, because he's a very spiritual brother, very knowledgeable brother. He loves music, and you all have those matching spirits. So thank you all, and for the example that you all are showing.
Absolutely.
Thank you, dear beloved brother. Tisha, take us away.
All right, let me get over here. All right, everyone, I just want to thank you for joining us for another exciting episode of Nothing But the Truth with Brother Jamil and Sister Tisha. We are so pleased and so grateful that you took the time to sit with us. But I'm going to ask you to come back again this same time, same place next Thursday, 7 p.m. Central, and we're going to do it all over again. Don't forget to go over to our YouTube page, Nothing But the Truth with Brother Jamil and Sister Tisha. Like, share, and subscribe. And then go to the Facebook page and do the same. Like, share, and subscribe. On Facebook, you'll find us under Tisha Muhammad and Jamil Muhammad. Okay?
All right. Thanks, everybody. May Allah bless us all. Assalamu alaikum.
Assalamu alaikum.
Thank you.